This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio, and by golly, I'm feeling frisky today. I'm feeling bold. I'm feeling like a rebel. Ladies and gentlemen of the American jury, I just want to say this. We've been bragging that we're the best radio show in the country. We are. And, you know, we're the only radio show that is not only simulcast live video here in the tri-state, we're also the only radio show that has absolutely zero programming supervision whatsoever. Bill Spry is such a rebel. He just said, Bulldog, go do whatever you want as long as you don't violate any FCC rules, and I think we've only violated 16 so far in 2013. And we're also the only radio show that is ran by consuls. You know, the old Roman way where you got two people, not one, running the country. I mean, just think if the President of the United States was no more and we ran the government with two consuls, or even a triumvirate. You know what I'm saying? I love that trivia question. I always ask people that think they know a lot of history. Give me the first and second triumvirate. Nobody knows it. But the two consuls that run this show are me and my sidekick, Garrett, the producer. And, you know, we're quick on the firing. And yesterday we tried Bob Michaels, the late night guy, as our musical director. And after one day, Garrett, what's the verdict?
Canned his ass.
Canned his ass. You know, what don't they get about feel-good, foot-stomping music, Garrett? I don't understand it. We're the only ones that get it.
Just don't get it. Bob Michaels done a little too much hump day hash.
I think he
Bob Michaels.
I think he must have. And then another issue that's come up is sitting to my right here, the traffic reporter that we just hired, Sarah Jones.
The lovely Sarah Jones.
And she was gonna, by the way, Sarah, if you thought that we might fire you, like maybe tomorrow, hypothetically, would you like still come in tomorrow to do the traffic if you knew you were going to get fired tomorrow?
Are you trying to tell me something?
No. We're talking about hypothetically if we were to fire you like after your show tomorrow, after our show tomorrow.
We're thinking about doing this to somebody else, Jake. And
Yeah. Like would you?
So we're just thinking, would you do it? Would you come in tomorrow?
Yeah. If you knew you might be fired at the end of the show, would you still do traffic?
Finish off the week.
Well, I guess it just depends if I have my other job.
Well, of course. Your other job, Sarah, is completely safe. If we were to fire you as the traffic reporter tomorrow after the show, you would still have your wonderful job at the law office.
Yeah, I would come in.
All right, thank you. I got some pet peeves with this place, Garrett. Do you ever notice, like, sometimes when you put your key card outside, you got, like, as soon as it goes green, you got to grab the door, like, you got, like, 1 second.
Small window.
Oh, that makes me mad.
You always carrying stuff.
And you know what? Let's have some more fun here. William, he's this close to getting fired. The newsletter's coming in at 5:45. The promo wasn't on it.
Slacker.
2013 could be the day for him. And speaking of firing, Real Talk 1160, they canned everybody. Going dark. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that you wanted me to work for a fat, no-count program guy who never did a thing, Rob Williams. So I resigned. I want everybody to know that I resigned. And I understand that since my resignation, Patty Euclid, who is their sales rep up there, says that since I resigned, nothing. Advertisers left. In fact, we want to thank Window World, John Oslika, who is a sponsor. I got to say this right so I don't violate any rules. Sorry, Bill Spry. They are a sponsor of our program.
Jim True?
Jim True from True, yes. So the bottom line is Real Talk 1160 started falling apart after I left. And then, you know, Ingram's was gone.
And then check this out, ClassX just booming.
Booming. Hell, do you know what? Jim Scott might go off the air soon, the way we're rolling. And guess what, folks? We're not insecure. See, Bill Spry's not insecure. We're even hanging up the book poster of Willie's biography in our studio today.
Big old picture of Willie you walked in with. Scared the hell out of me.
Hey, Sarah, you're an English teacher. You were an English teacher, right?
Correct.
Will you write my biography?
I can do that.
I haven't done anything big
And
enough
if I
yet.
lose this job, I'm
that
going to
would be
need
a
Yes.
horrible job.
Yeah, when you lose a traffic job, you can write my biography in your spare time.
I can work on that.
By the
Well,
way,
spare time.
is there any traffic report today? That's it.
There is no traffic to report as of now.
All right.
Wonder how Bambi made out yesterday.
Oh, Bambi's dead. They were holding a roadside burial
Oh,
for Bambi
well,
on the
vigil.
way back to the office. Yeah,
Candle.
there's candles there burning. They had some hunters there doing a 13-gun salute for
Yeah.
Bambi. It was bad. Hey, by the way, Garrett, I was thinking something else will make Bill Spry and Bob Michaels really not proud. I was listening to #1 hits on Sirius. Sorry, I wasn't listening to our radio station on the way in. On Sirius Radio, and I was thinking to myself, why do we got to just stick with rock goods? We ought to play like great songs because we're going to be a national radio show. So we ought to just have great music, period, no matter what it is.
Well, so I think we do. I think we accomplished
I think we do too. And by the way, folks, just so you know, we love great music. You know, like that bumper song that all of a sudden you start bumper music and you hear a few notes of it, it's gone. See, what we do is we play a whole song. And the song that I got, Bob Michaels, listen and learn, listen and learn. This is fun. Some nights, everybody in Bulldog Nation's going to be in a good mood after listening to this, even if you lost your job, your house foreclosed, Bambi was killed, your dog ran away, you're still going to be happy if you're listening to this song on ClassX Radio. Who the hell are they saying this to? None. None. You're darn right. Kate Upton. Kate Upton. Kate Upton. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what happened to me, Kate Upton. Linda Carter. That's enough. How long do they go on, Garrett G? Turn it off, my God.
3 minutes of that garbage.
3 minutes of that? Jeez, oh Pete. How about Aretha Franklin going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as the
Aretha.
first female, baby? We're not.
This is a classic.
You know, some talk shows focus on just the guys, not us, baby. We recognize women. This is female superbity. Yeah, baby.
Aretha.
Respect. Can you spell respect, Sarah Jones? Say it right now.
RESPCT.
There you go, baby. She taught English until she became a lawyer.
Tough workers now.
She's gonna be a lawyer. She's gonna kick some ass.
Are you?
I
gonna
I want to be a lawyer.
You ought to be. You'd be a great lawyer, Garrett.
BS with the best of them.
Hey, you got a bachelor's degree?
Absolutely not.
Well,
No, I do.
Well,
Journalism.
worthless. You can
Worthless.
go to law school. No, it's not. You can go to law school. In fact, maybe we ought to make that a prerequisite to our show. That to work on our show, you got to be going to law school or be a lawyer.
How long does it take? What
3
are you-
years
what are
or
you
4
looking
years at night.
I'm going to night school.
4
at?
years.
4?
Yep. Famous birthdays today. Eli Manning is only 32. Can you imagine being 32 and that rich and famous?
32 with 2 Super Bowl
Jeez,
rings.
Pete. Danica McKellar's 38. The former World News Person of the Week. Danica McKellar. And how about Mel Gibson? 57. Gotta like Mel. Don't you like Mel Gibson? I love this character. Was he not the best character?
Yeah.
Riggs. You gotta love Riggs. I liked when he talked on Lethal Weapon 1, he talked the guy off the building. He jumped off with him.
Yeah.
That guy is crazy. That guy is crazy. All right, we also got Victoria Principal 63. Man, when she was on Dallas, I had a huge crush. Maybe we ought to have her on the one. Ah, she's not an icon. John Paul Jones is 67. Stephen Stills from Crosby, Stills and Nash. You know, they were going to have movement, but they went with stills instead.
I get it.
How about Dabney Coleman? He was funny. He's 81.
Well, that's old as hell.
Dabney Coleman and Dolly Parton. And here's, hey, all you Hobbit lovers out
Could
there,
be your last birthdays. Enjoy them.
J.R.R. Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien's birthday would have been today.
Lord of the Rings writer.
Precious. I hate that guy. I like to just shoot.
Gollum. I'd
Gollum.
blow his head off.
It's also Alaska Admission Day because it became a state in 1959. Festival of Sleep Day. And I don't want to hear any inappropriate comments out of you, Garrett, or you, Sarah. This is National... This is National Chocolate Covered Cherry Day.
Love covering things in chocolate. And licking them.
National Chocolate Covered Cherry Day.
That sounds
What the hell?
real sexual.
How does that get a day? How does that get a day?
Everything has a freaking day.
We have no military deaths to report, thank God. Today's forecast. Here, Sarah, do the forecast. I'll hand it to you right there.
Traffic and weather together on the nines.
Well, go give us traffic or forecast. What do you want, traffic
All
or
right,
forecast?
today it's mostly sunny with a high of 37, low of 21.
Great job.
Friday will be
Terrific.
partly cloudy, high of 31, low of 22.
Really good stuff.
And traffic today, let's see, and the Cincinnati traffic lights are not working. Caution on Main Street between West Marion Way and 2nd
Caution.
Street. That's all we have
Four-way
for
stop,
traffic.
morons.
Everything else is
Do
flowing
we-
pretty well.
Do we have another good feel-good song to show Bob Michaels how to do it?
Oh, I need to look it up. I gave it to you.
Well, while you're doing that, the Facebook feel-good song, and we ought to use it. You know what? I'm not going to announce this because this is going to be one of our songs today because it's just too good. And how about John Boehner, baby, telling Harry Reid to off? You know what? I'm always down on John, but you know what? I still like the guy for at least doing that. You know what I'm saying? At least he did that. Of course, he may not be Speaker of the House anymore. Yeah, but if things come, things go. What the heck? All right, ladies and gentlemen of the American jury, here's another feel-good song because that's what we play here. And I want you to listen to Mick Fleetwood's drums in this song because the drums are the best. This is Go Your Own Way on ClassX Radio. In Michigan last night. And NKU beat North Florida 65-52. But we'll get to sports here in a little bit. We're not quite ready for sports. I want to tell everybody that we continue to deliver superbity every morning. What do you think about hanging up old Willie's biography poster? I like that.
Willie's a legend.
That was before Willie got his spray on tan, obviously. Rest in peace, Patty Page, the legendary country artist who sang Tennessee Waltz. And how much is that doggy in the window? Has passed away at age 85. She was to be honored with a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in a month. Jennifer Lawrence, according to Vanity Fair, the actress says, not to sound rude, but acting is stupid. Everybody's like, how can you remain with a level head? And I'm like, why would I ever get cocky? I'm not saving anybody's life. Yeah, that's a good perspective. Bieber and marijuana. A photographer, what? Oh, the photographer killed by following Bieber's Ferrari made a call to an unnamed source saying he saw thought the pop star had been smoking marijuana. Oh my God.
Isn't it legal out there?
Hell yeah, it's legal everywhere now almost. Aaron Andrews, the sideline reporter, is reportedly dating LA Kings center Janet Stahl. Who cares? By the way, did you watch the Keyhole video?
No, yes.
Oh.
I did. I don't watch every video.
Jake, did you watch the Keyhole video?
I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
What, Jake? Some
Are you
moron.
serious?
Yeah.
He's being serious. Okay, Jake,
Okay.
a guy looked through a keyhole and videotaped Aaron Andrews naked dancing in front of a window getting ready.
I'll look it up.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, when she was on Dancing with the Stars, yucky personality.
They act like they're not in it for the fame.
Oh,
and
God.
They totally are. I mean,
Yeah,
That's how the media is. Everybody acts like it's just they're trying to be this unbiased. It's not. It's everybody.
Julianne Hall. Isn't that Ryan Seacrest's babe? The actress, dancer, singer has revealed she was physically abused while studying dance in Italy as a child. You know what? I got a question. Why would, like, all of a sudden you would say, hey, I just want everybody to know I was physically abused as a child? Well, thank you very much for sharing that. But what possesses them to do that? You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious. Nice. Katie Holmes. Though her reps have denied it, she's reportedly dating Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh! Gyllenhaal gets them all. And you know what? This is him and Marr. Or what's that singer's name? John Mayer.
John Mayer.
John Mayer. I'll bet you Tom
Katy
Cruise.
Perry.
Tom Cruise is going, what? Sorry, Tom.
Where did I hear Tom Cruise was? He's a whack job, man. He is
Yeah,
the
he
weirdest
is.
dude.
And Leonardo DiCaprio has recently split with Victoria's Secret's model Erin Heatherton. You know what? He gets them all too.
It'd be nice.
Tom Brady gets his leftovers. Was sported on a yacht in Australia last weekend. The yacht was mostly filled with bikini-wearing women, some topless. I mean, you're Leonardo DiCaprio. What are you going to do? I'm going to take my yacht to Australia, load it up with naked supermodels, and let's go. The life he chose. Kim Kardashian, now get this. She's reportedly going to make $3 million off the first photos of her child. Who gives a damn?
Great.
$3 million. Good God. Yeah. Sarah, is there anything going on out there in the traffic world?
No, just the Cincinnati traffic lights still are not working, so make sure that you're being careful on Main Street.
Be careful.
Sir, how much would you try to get for your first baby pictures?
Yeah, you're a celebrity.
You're a celeb.
When you and
I
Cody
think
have
it's
your
infamous when it's bad.
when
so-
you and Cody have your first child, I think you could probably get at least $100 from the Enquirer for those first photos.
From the Enquirer.
Yeah,
I don't
right,
think they'll be
those
giving me
cheap
$100
bastards.
for that.
I don't think they will either. We sued them. You know what they did? They took a story from Nicole Howe, which was false too, and attributed it to her and just reran it and act like, well, what's the problem here? All we asked was a retraction and apology, and they said no.
That's journalistic integrity right there.
Zippo.
Unreal.
The Ohio Gun Rights Group, the Buckeye Firearms Association, has received interest from nearly 700 Ohio educators interested in taking their 3-day class to train teachers to use guns. If you were a teacher in a school, would you want to pack? Yes, says I.
Problem is, you're going to get some nut job teacher that pulls the gun
The wrong time?
at the wrong time. So, how would you were a teacher? How do you feel about carrying a gun? Would you have felt comfortable with a weapon?
Yeah, let's turn to our education expert, Sarah Jones.
Education expert.
I wouldn't feel comfortable just because there were, since I was in high school, there were a lot of kids that were bigger than me that could most likely to probably take the gun from me. So I think it's a good idea for some people in the school to have it, but maybe not everyone. And they should go through a background check.
Maybe not
full
people
background
with your
check.
stats.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
some,
not,
yeah, some
yeah.
people aren't going to want to, but you wouldn't have a problem with other teachers who feel comfortable
absolutely
having
not.
a gun.
Nope, anybody, yeah, I would feel more comfortable if somebody else did. Just
Yeah.
not myself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because some people aren't comfortable with it.
Maybe this.
That was a
So
what?
back
Now
to
you know. Now you know why we have an education expert,
This
Sarah
is the-
Jones.
this
That was
what?
an intelligent answer,
See, we could
Thank
never,
witty and wise.
we could never fire you because you're an expert on so many topics.
That's a good point. If we fire her as traffic, will you still be our expert on other things?
I can do that.
Yeah, because you could like call in. She gets to work at 6 o'clock anyway. The
That's when
40.
the show starts.
I know. The Franklin County Appeals Court has ruled that company Ameri Group did not prove the state abused its discretion when granting contracts to provide health care to Ohio's poor and disabled, clearing the way for Ohio to move forward in granting current contracts. The federal agency, the U.S. Mine Safety and Health Administration, issued 23 citations and 7 orders to TRC Mining Corp's number 2 mine in Letcher County, closing the mine. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury, when we come back, we're going to do our version of New York sports. And if you haven't heard our New York sports before, well, you're going to want to stick around because it's good and it's funny. Some interesting facts for you. Let's see. We always have these on the newsletter. You're going to love them. Steven Spielberg directed the first episode of Columbo. I'll bet you didn't know that. The last day of filming for the pilot of Gilligan's Island was November 22nd, 1963, the day Kennedy was assassinated. Wow. John Wayne, when he did movies with his eye patch, you know, when he played Rooster Cogburn, insisted on an eye patch he could see through. Val Kilmer did not want to be in Top Gun, but was forced to by contractual obligations. Ben and Jerry sends the waste from their ice cream to local pig farmers to use as feed. Pigs especially apparently love mint Oreo. You can go through your rest of your life now, Garrett, knowing you know something that's important to know. Pigs like mint Oreo. You're going to be at a farm one day trying to impress some farm girl and say, you know, I understand pigs like mint Oreo pretty good.
What about a pint of mint Oreo? And
yeah. Barry Manilow wrote the product jingles, I'm stuck on Band-Aids because Band-Aids are stuck on me. And just like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Who?
Barry Manilow wrote those jingles.
Wow.
Crayola is French for oily chalk. Crayon is French for chalk pencil. So therefore, Crayola crayons are oily chalk pencils.
You ever ran into somebody that calls them crayons?
I call them crayons.
Crayon. Well,
I call
it's
them
crayon.
I know, but I call them crayons too.
What do you call them, sir? How do you pronounce the proper way to...
Crayon.
Crayon. There's a Y in there.
Man, are we good? We got the best education expert in the country. All right.
That's right. Education
I'm glad I'm
fits
using
in
my
there.
educational background.
You know, it's a long way to the top if
What
you want to
did
be
you
an
use?
education expert. It is a long way to the top to be our education expert. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, stick around for 2.5 more hours. Superbity on ClassX Radio. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. If you're just tuning in, yes, Real Talk 1160 went dark. And I want everybody to know that I've already offered TC a job. We got to get the green water thing rolling again. And, you know, he could do a lot of original stuff. Because, you know what, we're always looking for ways to improve. And the two consuls that run this radio show, Garrett and I, we just think that improvement is always good. That's why, you know, sometimes these traffic reporters got to get fired and try something else.
We're always looking to improve.
And you know what? What's wrong with You know, we're the only radio station that talks about it. How about WDJO being anal about Johnny Cash flipping off the freaking media? I mean, I'm telling you right
I
now.
hate Bill Clinton.
They hate Bill Clinton.
Bruce.
And you know what? Duh! We like Bill not for his politics, but for his entertainment value.
Yes.
I mean, come on. How do you not like a guy that's this white who has his international headquarters in Harlem? That was a great move, wasn't it, Bulldog? You know, I had to leave my office yesterday, take Hillary home to winch, getting all this free publicity, acting like she's hurt, just so she don't testify on Capitol Hill. Did you see her getting that big old SUV? Hell, they needed an extra one. Oops, I'm going to get in trouble for that comment. Are you ready for some New York sports?
Sports!
All I gotta tell you right now, Garrett, is John Calipari needs his own television show. He stomped all over Michigan. Not Eastern Michigan, that is. 90-38. I was sitting there watching my favorite episode of Sopranos. I switched over. I couldn't believe it.
Everybody else in the country is playing conference opponents, some real formidable opponents in Kentucky.
What?
Playing these garbage teams. Of course they're going to blow them out.
Eastern Michigan's Division One. They're
Kentucky's
Division
nothing.
One.
Kentucky's
How
nothing.
about NKU knocking off South Florida, baby?
Good for the Norse, getting a few wins in that first year in Division One.
I don't know about you, but I'm not going to shed a tear for Ray Lewis. I don't really care that he's retiring.
And the guy murdered a guy 12 years
I mean,
ago.
what the hell? No penalty for Ray Lewis. He could stab somebody. Or if he didn't stab somebody, he was there. He was there. I've seen enough television to know that if you're there, you're in a statue or something like that.
He's wreaked enough havoc on the Bengals over the years. Good riddance.
And how about Kobe Bryant, man? Kobe Bryant says the Lakers are out. He's right. He's right. The Lakers 45? I don't know.
Still, Kobe's having his best year, averaging 30 points a game.
And how about the power rankings? Duke's #1. I hate Duke. Do you like Duke? I hate
I
Duke.
kind of like Duke, actually. I don't think
They
they're
beat
well.
Patino.
I like Coach K.
I like, you know what I don't like, Coach K? I don't like the Polish coaches. I like the Italian coaches. I like Rick Pitino. I like Calipari.
Coach K does it the right way.
How come there's no Jewish basketball coaches? What, they got the
They
problem
don't
with the
know
Jews?
basketball, too short.
They don't know basketball? I don't
Hey,
know.
Mark Amazon coaching basketball.
How about the Miami Heat taking down the Mavericks in overtime, 119-109?
The Heat, back-to-back champs, gonna do it this year.
I tell you right now, how about the Knicks? The Knicks are doing better this year.
Knicks are on a little bit of a roll here.
I heard Spike Lee's not having any problems selling his tickets when he can't go to the
He's
game.
got a little problem with Django, though.
Yeah, Django. I seen the movie Django. That also ends in a vowel. I like Django. Good movie.
Good movie. Spike Lee needs to go shove it up his...
I want to tell everybody right now, the guy that directed that movie, Quentin Tarantino,
He's a nut.
another guy that ends in a vowel. The guy is a genius. He takes the horrors of slavery, he takes a romance, he takes comedy, he puts it all together. It's movie superbity, baby!
It's fun. The guy's got a sick mind, but it's great.
Oh my God, I tell you the scene with Don Johnson with the mask over there and they couldn't get the eyes like lined up. It's hilarious.
Where does he come up with this?
It might be the funniest movie of all time. And did you see the Sugar Bowl? Louisville stumps are over for the number 3 in the country. They wipe them off, baby, 33-23.
And everybody says the Big East is the Big Least.
I don't
Doing
think
just
so.
fine.
I don't think so. The Cardinals are good. UK football on the other end, not too good.
Not too good.
And I'll tell you right now, today's the Tostita Fiesta Bowl.
Fiesta Ball.
Number 4 Oregon versus number 5 Kansas State. At one time, they were 1-2. They were going to play for the national championship.
Who you got in that game?
I take Oregon.
Oregon for sure.
The uniforms suck, but I like the
You
team.
don't like their unis.
I don't like their
They
unis.
got a new uniform every week. I love it.
I got goofy looking green uniforms that got all these different shapes and sizes
Feathers on there.
I don't
It looks
understand.
great.
Hey,
Looks great.
The traffic reporter just came in. Do you think she can talk like this?
I doubt it.
Come on, what do you got for us, traffic reporter? Give us something.
I'm from New York.
Oh!
She
I
tried.
know.
She
I
tried.
tried.
She tried. We like the A for the effort. What's going on out there in traffic in New York? We don't want to know what's going on in Tri-State. We want to know what's going on in New York.
All's clear in New York.
Okay, what's going on in Tri-State?
Right now there's a Mason accident reported on I-71 southbound.
I'm cracking myself up. I am not kidding you.
That is sport.
Last night, I watched an episode of Sopranos on the 500 channels on DirecTV, and I am not kidding you. Any episode of Sopranos is freaking television genius. I don't care. Like, you could just pull any episode of Sopranos out, and it's better than any movie you could watch. Have you ever watched Sopranos?
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Oh my God, Tony Soprano is an icon in television.
Yeah.
And that whole shtick that he has is unbelievable. Last night, Carmela went to the some lawyer to get a recommendation for her daughter to Georgetown. And basically, you know, when the mob boss's wife asks you to write a letter of recommendation, you tend to write a letter of recommendation. Hey, Gary, I think we did pretty good there.
Perfect sports report. Everybody got what they needed.
That's right. And you know, it was kind of funny how many coaches in a vow.
Yeah,
Calipari, Patino, both in Kentucky and Louisville. I love them both, though. By the way, Patino now looks like, since I think he got divorced, but all those troubles.
Yeah.
Isn't it good to see him having color and weight? He doesn't look like Skeletor.
Yeah, and you know who looks like hell? Bob Huggins. You seen him this year?
No, I haven't seen him yet.
Oh my God, he looks like death.
Does he look like
Just
Dumbo, fat, ugly, white?
Fat, just like pale, like he's gonna keel over.
Not ready for Hollywood.
Not
ready for Hollywood like Patino and Calipari.
I worry about Hugs.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, this is Bob Seger, Hollywood Nights on ClassX Radio. Bob Huggins isn't ready for it. .com. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. Ladies and gentlemen of the American jury, This is the segment of our program where we cover around the country some general news items while Garrett yawns and takes a break. Garrett and Sarah texts her family, or Cody. By the way, how does it feel, Sarah Jones? You know, since we're only going to have, hypothetically, if we fire you tomorrow, this could be your second.
We have no plans of doing that.
Right, but if we did, this could be your second to last day doing traffic for us. So how does it feel to be free? I mean free from all of the restrictions of being a high school teacher and all those rules?
It's definitely, I mean, the stress fell off me. I know you know how it felt when the bar association stuff was over for you.
How come you had to bring that up? How come you had to bring that up? Do I bring up that you almost were a convicted felon? Did I have to bring that up? Go ahead, continue. I didn't mind. I'm just teasing. I don't care. Everybody knows.
But everything.
Yeah, I was suspended.
Yeah, sorry. Well,
we had a hell of a year, didn't we, in 2012?
We had a rough year.
She gets canned. She has to resign. She has to go through a criminal prosecution. I get suspended.
I got suspended in 7th grade for throwing a Snapple bottle out the bus window.
I mean, we're on the same
We all
level.
get in trouble.
And you know what's funny about it, though? What happened in the end?
Look at me now.
We came out. Look at you. It didn't hurt you. Didn't hurt me. Didn't hurt her. We came out winners, didn't we? But anyway, Sarah, don't you love all the non-rules that I have at the office?
Oh yeah, it's great. It's nice to kind of feel free and do your own thing.
Yeah, we don't have too many rules at the office, except fraternization.
Right.
I will not allow boys and girls, dogs and cats messing around inside my office. Unless I can get away with it behind my back. You know,
I bet you guys love when he goes to court.
Do you know?
I don't do a damn thing.
Do you know who we got to keep an eye on?
Who?
This guy in our office, who's kind of a troublemaker. He's one of those quiet troublemakers.
Right now,
Chris Roach. I mean, the guy is a troublemaker. I don't know what to do with him. I'm trying to figure it out right now.
Fire him. It's pretty simple.
That's right. I could. Hey, did you hear about this? The Telegraph report during World War II. This is kind of cool, actually. Along with New Zealand, the U.S. tested the program, which consisted of setting off a series of 10 bombs offshore of wherever they wanted to that would create a tsunami 33 foot high, destroying any coastal city if necessary. The plans were found by an author going through military files at the National Archives. That is pretty cool. Let's create a tsunami and wipe you out without even knowing it.
I mean, think about it. You could have gotten Japan with it.
And Tokyo. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was seen leaving New York Presbyterian Hospital yesterday with daughter Chelsea and Maybelle. It was not clear if Clinton left the property or she was driven to another building at the hospital. I can tell you right now, we took her home. My life's been hell ever since. I got to wait on her hand and foot, rub her feet, give her medicine. You know, I've been thinking about, arsenic. I don't know if arsenic shows up in blood or not. I've been checking out whether, I just wish she'd go away. She's, you know what I'm telling you right now, Gary? She's infringing upon what I like to do. She's infringing upon the girls that come and go. Leonardo DiCaprio asked me to go on that cruise. All those bikini topless girls. He said, hey, Bill, come on, Bill. I just got finished with Django. Hillary's going to be off somewhere. No, then Hillary screws it all up for me. I got to call Leonardo. Said, Leonardo, I can't make it. I'm sorry, I can't make it. You know who he took instead? He took Arnold. Arnold was available. It was great, Bill. You missed it. I loved every minute of it. Ha ha ha. Sorry about your luck. Shut up, Arnold. The Senate is going to investigate Zero Dark 30. Do you know what? That movie about killing Osama bin Laden? Apparently, it's like based on the story, but they created fictional characters. Like, why? Come on.
Yeah, now I'm not going to know what's real.
I know. 18-year-old Brandon Phillips, no relation to our Brandon Phillips, was jailed in Brevard County, Florida for allegedly stealing an iced honey bun that cost $1.29 from a 7-Eleven. You know what? if some dude comes into a Blue Pantry convenience store and steals a iced honey bun, I hope we just say, enjoy the iced honey bun. Come on, how do you prosecute somebody for that?
Enjoy the Cinnabon, pal.
All right, little history for you. There's only one president, one of my all-time favorites, who beat up his would-be assassin. On January 30th, 1835, Richard Lawrence, an English immigrant and unemployed house painter, tried to shoot Andrew Jackson. Both of his pistols misfired, and Jackson beat him senseless with his cane. You gotta like old Hickory. Hickory, dickory, dock. How about John Boehner? Apparently during the fiscal cliff negotiations, he told Harry Reid to go, yourself. To which Reid replied, what are you talking about? And Boehner again said, go yourself. By the way, Obama signed the American Taxpayer Relief Act, which increases our taxes. Is that not hilarious? The American Taxpayer Relief Act, which increases everybody's taxes, he signed with an auto pen. Ooh, an auto pen. Oh my God.
Call?
Yeah. How long is our next song? You know how long our next song? We got a call. We'll put a call.
Let
Well,
me see who this is.
yeah, we got to see who it is. We probably put it on the
ClassX
next
Radio.
segment. What else do we have here? Apparently, Boehner says he's going to no longer do one-on-one talks with... Did we get a prank call? One-on-one talks
Hey,
with
moron, you
Barack.
call us back one more time, I'm going to kick your ass.
with Brock. People are prank calling us today, man. You know what it is? It's real talk.
They don't have anywhere to be.
Big place to be. That's a good one, baby. And how about Jake showing off his little mug shot at Price is Right audience?
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Jake's famous, man. He was in a photograph for Price is Right. Was the price right?
Not
Or
for
was
me.
the price wrong? You never got
Price was
selected,
wrong.
Jake?
I didn't, no.
Man, why not? I say why not.
I don't know.
We come back, we're going to talk about this Sandy aid bill that's got Governor I'm a fat ass Christie all worked up. It's traffic before we go to song.
In Hamilton, it's closed due to an accident on I-75 southbound at Sharon Road. The traffic lights are not working in Cincinnati, so take caution on Main Street between
Caution.
West Marion Way and 2nd Street. There's an accident on I-275 eastbound at Winton Road.
Drive prophylactically. Go ahead.
There was also an accident on Clifton Avenue at Martin Luther King Drive. And there's a disabled vehicle on Princeton Glendale Road.
Are you prejudiced or something? I mean, what are you doing talking about accidents on Martin Luther King Drive? Are you prejudiced?
Absolutely not. Just reporting my traffic for the day.
Plenty of accidents on that street
I'm just...
that aren't on the road.
Jumpin' Jack Flash by the Stones on ClassX Radio. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. I just want everybody to know that Northern Kentucky Live is a new magazine that ClassX Radio is doing. And it comes out tomorrow, and it's available at every Kroger and CVS store in Northern Kentucky. Bill Spry and yours truly is on the cover. And it focuses on the local music scene. You can also go on Northern Kentucky Live Facebook and check out the digital format. Also, you can listen to us every morning. You can listen to this radio station 24 hours a day at 88.9 FM in Cincinnati and 89.1 FM in Northern Kentucky and Indiana. You can also listen to us on the ClassX Radio app and live TuneIn Radio and ClassXRadio.com. And we are the only radio show in the tri-state that does a live video simulcast, which you can also check out on thebulldogsnation.com. Folks, I have the most expensive produced radio show in the tri-state, and it shows because that's what it takes to do superbity. I mean, see, I got Sarah Jones, six-figure traffic reporter. Garrett, six-figure board operator.
Worth every damn penny.
Jake, six-figure camera operator. Has he even found a news clip for today?
I think so.
TC, six-figure green water. Chuck Holbrook, six-figure texter during the show producer. What else do we have? We have email producers. We have, I mean, we got all kinds. I mean, it's just the bottom line is it takes like 19 people to do this show. And that's why it's radio superbity. Yeah, I crack up at all those individuals like Peter King, Republican from New York, Chris Christie from New Jersey, Senator Robert Menendez from New Jersey. All these people that are mad that the Sandy aid's going to be voted on Friday instead of later. Do you know the hypocrisy of all of these fiscal kind of hawks? But by golly, when they need money, they want their money. For example, it's okay for the federal government to give them money. Hello, they don't have flood insurance, storm insurance. Why should the American people have to pay? You know what? If my house gets knocked down by a tornado, why should you have to use your tax dollars for me to rebuild my house? Makes no sense. I'm getting warmed up. And let me tell you something else. In this Taxpayer Relief Act, which increases all of our taxes, they got deals in there for movie makers. They got deals in there for NASCAR. And then you got Barack Obama coming out and giving a little speech about it's time for everybody to pay their fair share and no special deals. What? What's he smoking? Barack Obama is a full-blown socialist. And you know what I've decided? You know, the last time I thought, I declared that we ought to have an armed revolution in this country, not to overthrow the government, which apparently the Bar Association thinks I would be advocating treason. But you know what? When I advocated that, and I was really careful, I said, well, let's take guns to Washington, but no ammo. Let's just scare the hell out of them all. Demand Barack Obama leave the White House. Everybody else leave Congress. Put people in there with some common sense, so forth and so on. No, that wasn't enough. But then I came up with an idea. Garrett's not a lawyer. So if Garrett maybe proposed certain things, and I just happen to be sitting here, that wouldn't be me advocating it. But I'm being totally serious, Garrett. How does this country change until all right-thinking, smart taxpayer Americans say, screw you, federal government?
I agree.
And you know what's really interesting is the gun owners. I got a little statistic for you here, and you can find this on our newsletter. The FBI, the federal government, is reporting in December they did 2.78 million background checks during the month of November, up 39%. The amount is 49% over what was the record of 1.86 million in background checks in December of 2011. America is arming itself. Why? Because they think on the horizon is a full-blown rebellion between the haves and the have-nots, where the haves say, you know what, have-nots? We're tired of paying for your lazy asses. And then you got a tax bill, taxpayer relief bill, which adds $4 trillion to the national debt over 10 years, according to the CBO. That's the Congressional Budget Office. And does nothing, I mean nothing, to solve our debt problem, our budget problem. Nothing. And Barack Obama says, well, we got to have more than just the spending cuts. We got to have some revenue increases. Really? Thank God for local politicians, Rand Paul, who railed against this bill, and Thomas Massey, who railed against this bill. But you had John Boehner and others vote for it. And as I pointed out yesterday, name one freaking Barack Obama voter that's going to say, well, I'm going to vote for the Republicans now that they did this. It's stupid. You know what? My daddy told me, if you mess with skunks, you get stinky on you. Barack Obama, Harry Reid and company are a bunch of skunks. So every time the Republicans want to dance with them, they're going to get stinky on them because they're skunks. And Barack Obama, Brother Cool, as I like to call him, might have that little smile. He comes out there, I'm a happy president. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the first black American elected president, so therefore you should do whatever I tell you, or else I'm going to call you a racist. And guess what? Barack Obama is plain, flat out, yes, I'm going to say this, evil. You name. I challenge you, ladies and gentlemen of the American jury. Serious as a heart attack. In fact, if I ever had to sit down with Barack Obama for lunch, I'd fake a heart attack so I could leave by ambulance. Let me tell you something. Name one person in American history. Email me, eric@ericdeters.com, or text me at 859-250-2527. Name one person in American history who has done more to hurt America than Barack Obama. He has added, by the time he's done, he's going to add $10 trillion to our national debt. Name one thing that's hurt America more than that. You can't. I challenge you. Name one person in American history. Barack Obama is the worst person in American history, and it ain't even close. Now let's do a traffic report. Can you give me a traffic report there? Now, we came up with an idea, and to show her how to do this, we're going to do a traffic report as if we were cheerleaders. In CINNATI, Cincinnati, traffic lights not working. Caution on Main Street between West Marion Way and 2nd Street in Cincinnati. Can I have an accident, please? On 275 eastbound at Winton Road and exit 39. You got any other cheerleading things that you could do there with traffic? There you go. Here, read the rest of the traffic, Sarah, to that, with that in the background. Go ahead. You're on.
In Hamilton, there's an accident on Ohio 562. There's also an accident on Clifton Avenue at Martin Luther King Drive. And in Springdale, there's a disabled vehicle on Princeton Glendale. I'm extremely impressed with your cheerleading. I think that
Thank you.
Could he make it?
as post-captain of the Cincinnati Bengals cheerleading squad, I believe you should try out for the NFL.
We have no rhythm.
That's my cheerleading clap.
Were you were co-captain?
No, I was captain.
Oh, damn.
Captain in the house, baby! And she threw it all away for love. We ought to play that song.
Why don't you go back?
We ought to play
You should
Meatloaf.
go to a different NFL.
Hey, we got to play Meatloaf. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. We're going to have that coming up. That's going to be the Sarah Jones commercial. I do anything for love, but I won't do that. How about Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith until we find that song? I'm glad. Ladies and gentlemen, the wheels have fallen off. I've lost my mind, but it makes good radio on ClassX Radio. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. We got to get these rest of these posters hung up. I mean, just to paint the picture here, folks. I just want you to imagine the best posters that you know that exist of Bo Derek, Farrah Fawcett, Christy Brinkley, Kathy Ireland, Kate Upton, Linda Carter, Cindy Crawford, Raquel Welch.
Did you say Kate Upton?
Yep, we have them all on the walls. Right.
Sarah, which one's your favorite?
Yes, Sarah Jones, which one would you like, because you're a poster. By the way, did you bring in your poster today?
I'm bringing it tomorrow.
Okay. You're bringing your poster tomorrow?
I'll bring it tomorrow, but I'm just wondering how it's going to work out if I happen to be fired tomorrow. Are you still going to keep it up? Or are you going to?
Oh, absolutely. You don't. If we were to fire you tomorrow from the radio show, not the law office, we will keep your poster up. And you know what? The more I think about it, and if she's listening, I'll get in trouble. But we ought to bring in my wife's poster too.
We should.
That poster that I made of her 19-year-old poster. Oh, you know what? You know what though? I'm not kidding you. Sarah, you've seen that picture. It hangs with all those others on that wall, doesn't it? I'm not. Have you seen that?
Bring it in.
I showed you that picture, didn't I, Garrett?
Not Kate Upton, though.
Oh, yes, it is. My wife's bikini picture can hang with all those.
Bring it in. I'll judge it.
You're a good judge.
I'll judge it harshly.
You know, some people are good judge of character. Garrett's a good judge of the female flesh. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, did you know that Americans are using less energy than usual? Why? Because it costs so much.
Yeah. We're all dirt-ass poor.
And as a Wendy's franchisee, I just want you to know that the 99-cent menu is done.
What?
We were losing our ass. We're going to charge $5.99 for everything that was 99 cents. I'm just teasing.
Better be teasing.
But 99-cent menu is gone.
Are you serious?
Yep.
At all of them?
Yep.
At every Wendy's location?
Yep. Do we have any like Al Gore cuts?
No.
I mean, I can do Al Gore because
Deeply concerning.
if we put Al Gore in a lockbox, we wouldn't need to worry about Al Gore anymore. Wouldn't you love to put Al Gore in a lockbox?
Yes.
How about him breathing in a microphone during the debate with Bush? Here, Sarah, can you breathe into the microphone like Al Gore did?
He's a mouth breather.
Do it loud with it. She fell for it. But wasn't that funny when he was doing that, man?
Yeah.
And then he walks over, Bush looks at him like, what you gonna do, man? I thought it was gonna be a throwdown. This story, folks, is beyond hilarious. All right, here we go. Al Gore sold current TV to Al Jazeera, okay? Who wants it to be the Al Jazeera English for US. Al Jazeera, of course, is the Middle Eastern radical Islamic television station. Now, this is hilarious.
You combine them and make it Al.
Time Warner dropped the channel hours after it announced it had been sold to Al Jazeera. Now, how funny would it be that Al Gore banks all this money and then Al Jazeera like loses all of the, the distribution for it because the cable networks say, if Al Jazeera owns current TV, sorry, we don't want it. Is that hilarious?
Yeah. It's nuts.
Al Gore has gotten... How did Al Gore get filthy rich after being a loser? Even dumped Tipper. I like Tipper better than Al. Yeah.
I didn't know anything about her.
This apparently is Tipper in an intimate moment with Al Gore. I'm cracking myself up today. 60,000 people have been killed in the Syrian conflict. Yeah, but we didn't want to intervene in that one. Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez is apparently near death. And now this is, I'm sorry folks, I think it's funny. An Iranian nuclear power plant is apparently leaking radioactive material. How funny would it be if Iran self-destructed because of nuclear reactors leaking radioactive material before they ever got the bomb? That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
It's like shooting yourself in the foot.
Exactly. Now, I got to ask your opinion since you're a female, Sarah Jones. According to the Business Insider, 18-year-old Brazilian Rebecca Bernardo is seeking to auction her innocence, that's Virginia, in order to help pay for the relocation and care of her bedridden mother who recently suffered a debilitating stroke. So far, the bidding has hit $35,000. Now, the question is to you, Miss Jones, as our health and exercise expert, that's kind of messed up, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure that she can, think of another way to come up with that money, but
you know what? I have to admit though, if somebody wanted to do that,
That's for a good cause.
You know what the heck? But you know what though, Garrett? Isn't it weird? It's kind of this virginity thing, like all these sick, big, fat Islamic guys you always hear about. That they like the virgins. In fact, you get 70 Vestal virgins if you get, you die, go to heaven. What, when you think about it, it's like, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird the way they think virginity? Like apparently they say like before you marry like the King of England or something, you go to the doctor to have to get certified that you're a virgin. Princess Di apparently had to go through that. Did you hear about that? Yeah, Princess Di apparently had to get checked out by the doctor to say, yeah, she's a virgin. You're free to marry her.
Wow. By the way, ladies, my body is for sale. I'm going to put it up on Craigslist.
That would be funny.
Start
Would anybody
bidding.
pay to have sex with Garrett? This is a
Probably
funny
not.
story. There was a lawyer in the old law firm that I used to belong to 15 years ago. And there was one lawyer that creeped out all the girls in the office. Now, when you're a law clerk and a young lawyer, you hang with the staff. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You hang with the staff. So when you're a law clerk, they're all your pals, and they used to have parties and whatnot, and that's who you hung with. And I'm not kidding you. I asked these girls, would you, for $1 million cash, have sex with that guy? And not one of them would do it.
For $1 million?
And then I said about Michael Jackson. None of them would do it. And by the way, I'm going to tell you something. They were serious. I mean, seriously. I mean, like, if there was $1 million cash sitting there, how bad do you have to be that somebody wouldn't have sex with you for $1 million?
It's pretty bad, but if the money was actually sitting there...
That's what I would say. I said, now come on now, girls. The $1 million sitting there, would you have sex with that guy? Whose name I will not say to embarrass him. They said no. They wouldn't do it. $1 million. I would hope that...
Did he smell, or was he just fat, greasy?
He was creepy. Smelly and greasy and creepy.
Smelly's one thing.
And weird and everything. Not $1 million. And they wouldn't do Michael Jackson either for $1 million.
And he was a lawyer?
By the way, true story, my wife would not do that for $1 million of anybody, she said. You know that movie, Demi Moore and all that? She would not do it. I'll bet you Sarah Jones wouldn't either.
I wouldn't.
I mean, I'm serious. I mean, she wouldn't.
Anybody?
That's when you know you got a good woman, and they would. Yeah, my wife would not have sex for money for something like that.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I'm glad, because I wouldn't want her to.
No way.
Now, would you let your girlfriend or wife have?
Absolutely. For $1 million?
For $1 million, no way would I
Have
do it.
at it.
See, I wouldn't. That changes. Didn't you see the movie? It changed everything. Woody Harrelson had to start asking the questions. Was it good? Did you like it? Did you love it? See, you can't go there, man.
No questions asked.
Oh, yeah, baloney. Guys ask questions.
Give me the 500 G's.
Split the money, huh?
Split it up.
What's our next superb song?
It's a damn good question.
And you know what? We got to play that song when we come back for her, the Sarah Jones song.
Oh, yeah.
The Meatloaf song.
Found that.
What's our music now? What are we going to play here?
Crazy Little
Thing. See, we're playing the large, super mega group band songs. This is Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Girls, don't do it for money. Guys, don't let them do it for money. Keep your integrity, unless you're really hard up on ClassX Radio. This is the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. How about a traffic report before we get rolling there, Sarah Jones?
All right, 75 I-75 southbound is closed due to an accident. In Cincinnati, the traffic lights are still not working, so take caution on Main Street between West Marion Way and 2nd Street. There's an accident on exit ramp on I-71 southbound and an injury accident on I-275 eastbound near Winton Road.
All right. What's this? We got this song. Is this a song coming up? Is this the Sarah Jones song? I think it could be. This is the Meatloaf.
My song.
The ClassX Sarah Jones song by Meatloaf. Don't you hate these songs with, like, come on, get on with it.
I know.
Are you serious? Come on. It's like that Bruce Springsteen song War we played yesterday. Come on, Bruce. Here we go. Listen to these words, it's kind of funny.
The loaf.
Like he says, I would do it, but I won't do that. What the hell's he talking about?
Do anything, but not that. I'd do a lot of things for love.
Garrett, you have proven that.
I've made that clear. By the way, did you get a text message from Bob? He's a good man. I bet you Bob's not a hillbilly.
Bob who?
What did he say? Would,
You're gonna love this. You are gonna love this.
Like a lasagna guy?
Yeah, we gotta share this with. We've gotten so many great texts this morning. This is a classic. Bob from Aurora, the Godfather.
Oh, you are a hillbilly.
When we're talking about
That's
selling
all right.
things, he goes, "I will sell my body for a plate of lasagna."
Attaboy, Bob. Don't sell yourself short, Bob.
Let me see here. We have an underboss now in Rabbit Hash. Yes, in Rabbit Hash, baby. Let me see. Bulldog Nation member Judy says, Robert Redford, hell yes. How do you like that?
Well, yeah, Judy. Pam Anderson, yes. What the hell?
Bulldog Nation member Vonda says, man, you are nailing it today. Thank you very much, Vonda. What else do we have here? I mean, we have been getting great texts. And we would like to thank everybody. And Jake has returned.
Yes.
He has returned.
We have something else to do, right?
Yeah, we got to make a phone call. Now, I just want everybody, before everybody gets nervous, we've learned the rules that if you ever call somebody on the radio, when they answer, you just have to tell them, hey, you are live on the radio. So we're going to do that because you have to say, hey, you're live on the radio. And as long as you say, go ahead, Garrett, make the phone call.
Let's do it here.
513. You got the number there?
Yeah.
This is a very important call that we need to make. I don't think you got a dial tone, Garrett. Do you know how to get a dial tone? Garrett usually just plays music, and he's not very proficient with a phone.
I don't know how to use a phone with a cord attached to it.
Yeah, there's a cord attached to this phone.
All right, here we go. Ready?
All right, yeah, I'm ready.
I think it's ringing.
No.
What the hell?
Busy signal. Don't tell me it's
You
on.
got to dial 9?
Yeah, dial 9. Try dialing 9. Jake, can you help Garrett there with the
Jake,
phone?
I don't know how to
maybe?
use a phone, man.
Because it does have a wire. But this is a phone call that we felt compelled to make this morning. And we hope we can get through because it's just something that we feel is necessary to do at this important time.
It's ringing. Oh, bull!
Oh, don't say. Did their numbers already disconnected?
They did.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, we're going to call Real Talk 1160 and tell Dean that he was not being offered a job, but TC was. And kind of gloat and then see what happened. But their numbers already disconnected.
First, we were going to tell them we had $1 million in advertising.
Yes. We were going to tell them we had $1 million in advertising. It would pull them out of the water. And they would get all excited. By the way, I did send a text to February as Bulldog Nation Radio.
Good. Give us each a show.
Bulldog Nation Radio.
That's what we need is a 20. Who else has a 24/7 newscast?
I know. That's
Or
right.
Not newscast.
By the way, speaking of newscasts, we're going to get involved in that in 2013. Did you know 5, 9, 12, 19, Enquirer, Business Courier, not one reputable news source in this tri-state has asked the toll bridge people who is going to own the private part of this private-public partnership. Do you believe that? Not one person has asked that question, which seems like to me it'd be a rational question, wouldn't it? I even asked Mike Schnell at Channel 19. I said, Mike, I sent him a text. I says, Mike, how come you haven't asked this question? And I like Mike. Good guy. He doesn't ask it. And by the way, how long is, oh gosh, the guy in 19 that you don't like? Colrith.
Oh.
I like Colrith. You hate Colrith. Your mom hates Colrith. How long has Colbert been doing radio news, Garrett, over at the other station?
Colbert. I've never even heard of a Colbert.
Yeah, I've heard him late at night when I was coming back from West Virginia. Dave Colbert was doing news over at the big one.
I didn't
I
know
was like, whoa, is he doing radio too? Yeah.
Shoot. No, I don't know the guy. Never heard his name in my life. And I know,
Well, anyway.
I know a lot of those names.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, we continue Radio Superbity. This has been 2 of the best hours of radio I know you've ever heard. And when we come back, we're going to finish strong. We're going to finish strong. And to help us finish strong, we're going to give you a goosebump song. See, Bob Michaels, if you're listening, this is what we're talking about when we say feel good song. This is One by YouTube on ClassX Radio. Just get your goosebumps on. Eric Deters, the Bulldog, on ClassX Radio. We want everybody to know, this is important for me to reiterate from time to time. When we play music, the whole concept of the music that I came up with, and we don't have to play music, we do it on purpose. You know, when you listen to a radio station or you watch television and they have that bumper song. A bumper song is something that you go in and out of, and they just play a few lines of it or a few notes of it. Man, it's a really good song. You want to really hear the whole thing. I don't know about you, but I do that all the time. I'm like, man, I like to hear that whole song. So that's the whole idea, is we can play a whole song that you really like, that puts you in a good mood in the morning. And I'm not kidding you, I take this very serious. I used to get into it with TC. I used to get into it with others. And the idea is it has to be a song that makes you feel good. And there's some songs that do, some songs that don't. And we even get some resistance from the ClassX purists who want us to play the deep tracks. Let me tell you what, if a deep track doesn't make me feel good, I can't play it. So we tried to have Bob Michaels be our musical director. And he started out with that song from John Lennon, how we had to kill it.
Horrible song.
I mean, I was like, that is, and I even said to him at the Christmas party, I said, here's the deal. Melody, harmony, beat, lyrics, it's got to all come together.
What's the thing with music, though? Nobody's tastes are exactly the same.
Exactly. But I can tell you this. I can tell you this because I get feedback all the time. People love the music that I play.
And that's why I told you.
You're right. You said, dog, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. So we fired him. And,
I was right.
And as we said today, in the historical context of things, that we're the only radio station that's run by consuls. Rome, the Roman Republic, had 2 consuls, and just imagine, wouldn't it be nice if we had like somebody that wasn't Barack Obama as a consul? So Garrett and I are the 2 consuls of the show. So we decided to fire, Bob Michaels after just 1 day. And for whatever reason, we get really, 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 how should we say this? I mean, we got ADHD about things like traffic. Denise did a great job at traffic, but we just said, we're bored. Need something new.
Too old.
You're terrible! No, you weren't, Denise. You were fine. So anyway,
50s?
So we had Sarah Jones come in to do traffic and this week, and we thought maybe it might be a permanent hire, but we've decided that hypothetically we might fire her tomorrow. And trust me, Sarah, we'll only do it after you leave. We won't do it to your face.
Oh, thanks.
We'll text it to you.
But we'll text you fire. So hypothetically, we asked Sarah first thing this morning if she would come in and do traffic tomorrow, knowing that hypothetically she could be fired at 8:50. And you agree to do that, correct? As long as you weren't
tomorrow, right?
I'll be here tomorrow.
As long as you
With
weren't.
my poster in my hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Despite the fact that
Save room.
we're not going to fire her from the law office job. So, ladies and gentlemen of the American jury, you should be excited about this. All right? We're going to be posting on Facebook tomorrow, hypothetically, if we decide to fire Sarah Jones. We're going to send out in the newsletter and Facebook that all you got to do is email me, eric@ericdeters.com, why you would be a good traffic and weather reporter for ClassX Radio. And we'll let you come in and do it for a day or a week. I mean, like if you're like super good, probably not. We'll let you stay.
Include a photo. Naked.
No.
You can have clothes on, fine.
And I want you to know that you can be a male or a female. If you're a guy, you better be really cool, okay? I just want to tell you. You don't have to be a certain age. I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool to have a granny in here, doing traffic and what. But.
Well, we had one and it worked out, all right, Denise?
Oh, you're terrible. You're terrible. You're terrible.
Grandma Denise.
Hey, Denise, let's sue Garrett for age discrimination. Anyway, bottom line is that we think it would be kind of neat to have a rotating traffic and weather person. So,
A fill-in.
So if we fire Sarah Jones tomorrow at 8:50,
We're not even planning on
We're-
that, Sarah. We're not even considering.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like this whole hypothetical thing's not.
But
Not
if-
even.
but
Don't worry about it.
Hey, Sarah, don't feel used that if you just came in here for 3 days. Don't feel used
Love
that.
having you around.
Don't feel used that we get your poster and you get fired. I don't want you to. But how awesome would that be out there, Bulldog Nation, that you'd have a chance to come in here and fatten up your resume, that you were the traffic reporter for Bulldog Nation Radio and ClassX Radio. That'd be pretty. And by the way, Sarah, like if hypothetically we let you go, got any other bingo cheerleaders that would maybe like to do it for a day or week?
Friends or
I think I can arrange a few.
single
Think you
friends?
think?
Single friends.
Charlotte maybe would even come in.
Charlotte Jacobs.
Charlotte Jacobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're so bad. How about some traffic with there, Rod? Speaking of traffic.
I-75 southbound is still closed at Sharon Road, exit 15. In Cincinnati, the left lane is blocked on I-75 northbound, and 3 lanes are blocked on I-275 eastbound here Winton Road. In Mason, there's an accident on an exit ramp on I-71 southbound at Ohio 48, and traffic lights are still not working between Main Street and Waynesville Way.
All right, thank you very much.
Did you say air care? Did I hear something about air care?
Yeah, unfortunately, on 3L Highway, we got a text from Mona from the office. Remember that movie Drowning Mona? Well, I cannot believe I have a Loretta that works for me. I have a Mona that works for me. I have a felony diversion girl that works for me. Oh, I'm sorry, I have been suspended. I have been suspended. We have recovering drug addicts and alcoholics. I have, do I have any murder? I don't have anybody that's committed a murder, am I?
Not that we know of.
We have former mafia members, current mafia members. We have, you wouldn't believe the people that, and it works. People like, if you're going to hire a lawyer, you like that kind of people representing you. But anyway, this is serious. There is apparently an air care on 3L Highway, and every time that happens, I think, oh my God, all the people that I know in Independence. So we hope that the air care is a cautionary step and that everybody's okay, but 3L Highway is going to be jammed up. So Mona's doing that report.
Crazy.
By the way, Van Halen, do you like Hager or Roth?
Roth.
Yeah. Sammy Hager was just a screamer.
Yeah.
He couldn't carry a note.
I like a good singer.
Like I can carry a note.
Can you sing?
No,
I'm a horrible singer.
I did notice this, like if I was going to really be a singer, if I sang like soft love songs, the way I sung like this, I could maybe like hide how bad of a singer I am. But like if I had like really like dig down and sing like Adele, my incompetence would show.
Yeah, you'd be screwed. I do it. I try to sing, but I'm awful at it. I wish I could.
Yeah, but if you sung
I think I'm
soft and low, you can sound like an air supply singer. So you had to go way up like this, and it sounds like. See, I could be a heavy metal singer. Bang your head. Is there a song like, what's that song?
Sing.
Bang your head. Come on, baby, drive me mad. Who was that girl?
What?
Bang your head. There's a song.
I want to bang on the drum all day? I
No,
don't
bang
know
your head.
Yeah, those guys
Come
are
on.
screamo.
That's what I'm saying. I could scream with the best of them.
My guy Anthony Kiedis can sing. Chili Peppers.
Hypothetically, if we fire Sarah Jones tomorrow.
I don't like that song.
Van Halen. You know my favorite Van Halen? I'm going to go ahead and tell you. This song came out when I was a senior at Covington Latin. I was 15. And I was in love with this song for the first time. By the way, some of the people in Van Halen didn't like it because they thought it was a little too not Van Halen-y. I totally disagree. And you know what this song has in it? Cowbell, baby. The best Van Halen song of all time on ClassX Radio. Feel good, America, because you deserve it on ClassX Radio. Eric Deters, the Bulldog on ClassX Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, as we begin the year of 2013, we, of course, have all the shenanigans going on in Washington. And, it just never ends. Every politician, every political party claims that they're different and they're all the same. They say, okay, we're going to stop special interest, and they pass a deal with their special interest. They'll talk about reforming the tax code, but they never really do it. You know, they talk about they want to cut spending, but they don't. They increase it. You know, Barack Obama, you know, I asked that rhetorical question, and I'm telling you, it's the fact. It's the fact, Jack. He has done more to harm America, hurt America, than any one single individual in the history of this country. And I challenge you to come up. Benedict Arnold, he didn't hurt the country. Those people that sold our atomic weapon secrets, guess what? They would have developed that, or somebody, they would have gotten it sooner or later anyway. I hate to say that, but that's the fact. I mean, you could just go through any person in American history. I have a way, I think, of putting things in perspective and asking questions that you may not have thought of. And that's one of them. I can debate that till the cows come home, as we used to say on the farm. By the way, that expression comes from the fact that dairy cattle go out and about, and you got to come home to milk them. So the cows are gone all day after they're milked in the morning, and they come home, and you got to milk them again. But I want to say this. There is nobody that has harmed America more than Barack Obama. And, you know, the hypocrisy of this guy knows no bounds. Like getting back on a jet and flying back to Hawaii to finish his vacation. What's he need a vacation from? Not doing anything? And, you know, and then the other thing, and remember one of my creeds, one of my modus operandi that I've told you, is never ever default to these guys in Washington like they know more than you and me about what ought to be done or anything like that, because they prove every single day they don't. For example, Lincoln, the movie Lincoln. I don't know how anyone can watch the movie Lincoln and not be inspired to go do something great, to be better, to read a book, to work harder, to fight a cause, to take up a banner. I think it's impossible. And Barack Obama had a private viewing of Lincoln in his White House with Daniel Day-Lewis, Steven Spielberg, and everybody involved in the movie. Now, how do you do that and you don't work any harder? Lincoln worked non-stop. How do you do that and not, you know, how do you watch Lincoln and not say, you know what, I am going to deal in the best interest of the country with another party? What happens is they watch Lincoln. I know what they do. They watch Lincoln and they see it just about a black-white race issue, the 13th Amendment, and the vote, as opposed to seeing it as a broader picture of what Lincoln stood for and how you watch that movie and come away from it. Because of my love for history, I can't help it. I gotta tell you, this is a neat little story. When I was at St. Cecilia grade school, and I was there till the 6th grade, I started reading at a very early age all the biographies in the library. Now, it wasn't a big library, but I read my first biographies of Washington and Jefferson and Franklin when I was in grade school. My youngest little brothers are 9 and 10 years younger than me. My younger sister's she's 2 years younger than me. I got a little brother, another little brother, I think is 4 years younger than me. And they remember going through the school, and even other kids, like friends of mine who had little kids that went through there just years ago, they all tell me that they saw my name in every single book they about ever checked out of that thing. So beginning in grade school was when I developed a deep love for reading, and particularly biography. That's why I became a lawyer. I know I became a lawyer in part because of my father and because of my reading history. And I don't know how you don't go through that and you get cursed with wanting to do great things. And trust me, it is a curse because nothing's easy. In fact, yesterday, I had a bad day yesterday. It was just one of those days where everything was a struggle. And it struck me. This is so funny because last night my wife said, not everything's a contest. And I said, yes, it is. And it had to do with some of the television show or something. And I said, yes, it is. And she goes, no, it's not. I said, yes, it is. And so let me tell you something. If you're in business and your competitor does something, you're in a contest. In law, I got somebody on the other side, it's a contest. If you're a crime fighter, somebody's out there committing crime, it's a contest. If you are in school, you're competing for scholarships, grades, everything else. Radio, ratings. Everything is a contest. And there's two kinds of people. People that embrace that and go, ah, and fight through it, and people that just say, I can't deal with the stress, I'm out of here. And what happened in Washington, you can break it all down to something very, very simple. Instead of fight, because it is a contest, they caved. And if I hear one more politician say, they had no choice. I listen to Megyn Kelly and they had no choice, They can come back now with the debt ceiling battle and they'll be in a better position politically. What? Nothing's changed. It's it's like, because they kept saying it over and over again that the Republicans didn't have any options. The Republicans didn't have any options. They didn't have any options. It would have been brilliant. And by the way, you have to have the vision. Short-term political bang doesn't necessarily mean it's not long-term political gain. No vision. The Republicans should have told Barack Obama and Harry Reid to stick it. We're not voting for this. I mean, come on. Obama and the Democrats and Republicans collectively did the fiscal cliff. The Republicans get blamed? Are you kidding me? It is beyond stupid. Boehner played a bad hand. Now let's go to traffic.
There's been an accident on 3L.
Yikes.
Right lane is closed.
Hope everybody's all right.
I-75 southbound is still closed at Winton Road.
That sucks.
In Milford, there's an accident on Highway 28 at Kingsbury Court. In Cincinnati on Hamilton Avenue, there's been an accident at Houston Road. There's been an accident on Liberty Street at US 42. Accident on Crittenden Avenue at Martin Luther King.
My goodness.
Accident, 2 lanes are blocked on I-275 eastbound at I-75. And 3 lanes are still blocked on I-275 eastbound near Winton Road.
Well. It's a lot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, we're playing the top mega bands. And here's another one of my favorite. You don't have it yet? Come on, you gotta find it. I paid 2 people to find music. You would think 2 people could find a song.
Yeah, what number?
You know what I'm saying? But I'm true about. Don't you agree with that, Sarah, about a contest?
I do agree with you.
It's a contest. You're going to apply for law school. Guess what? It's a contest to get in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the American jury, this is Rebels of the Sacred Heart by the Flogging Mollies. Not a super band, but this song's awesome. And it's what I stand for. Boondock Saints. We got to play that clip next time on ClassX Radio. The Bulldog on ClassX Radio. There was so much traffic out there that's bad. Sarah, why don't you go ahead and give it to the ladies and gentlemen of the American jury again.
In Cincinnati, 3 lanes are blocked on I-275 eastbound near Winton Road. 2 lanes are blocked on I-275 eastbound at I-75. Traffic lights are not working in Cincinnati between Main Street and West Marion Way. Left lane is blocked on I-71 southbound. Accident on I-75 northbound on Kyle's Lane is cleared. In Milford, there's an accident on Highway 28 at Kingsbury Court. In Hamilton, there's an accident on Liberty Street at US 42. And there's an accident on Clifton Avenue at Martin Luther King Drive.
All right. Very good. I want to play a clip for you because I think we need to play this to start the new year. This is the motto of Bulldog Nation and all its members. And it is from the opening line in Boondock Saints #2. history, isn't it? There's two kinds of people, talkers and doers. You got to get up every morning and go at it. That's why we're ordering the Vince Lombardi poster. Got any other ideas for posters for our wall there?
Doer.
He's a doer. You got any others?
No, if I think of some ladies, I'll...
Somebody suggested Audrey Hepburn. She's all class.
Something of Pam Anderson.
Pam Anderson.
I'm not a fan.
She's an icon, but I am not a fan. I'm not a fan. We got Ali. There's an
Red
icon.
Baywatch.
Jim Brown and James Brown. Pele. So those are icons. I tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, American jury, Bo Derek, Farrah, Raquel, Crawford, Linda Carter, Cheryl Teagues, Kate Upton, Jennifer Aniston, Elizabeth Taylor, Marilyn Monroe, Kathy Ireland. That's a pretty tough crowd to beat. How about our historical figures? TR. You know, do we have Andrew Jackson? Did you find an Andrew Jackson? Come on, Jake.
I don't know.
We gotta have
I thought we
Andrew
did.
Jackson. I thought we did too, but I don't see mine around here.
Did we get all the posters back up after the DJO?
Yeah, we got them all back up.
Unless they stole some.
We got them back up.
Bunch of Nimrods.
I've got some legal updates on some cases that I'd like to add because I think everybody likes to know that these are, they're interested in some of these cases. David Dooley, out in Boone County, the judge still won't, release the bond as we continue to go through all the evidence. It is amazing. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, Sarah Jones, you've been helping me on this. I mean, you have reviewed every bit of the evidence. Are you almost finished with it?
Almost. I've gone through hours and hours worth of interviews and all the evidence
Everything.
that they supposedly have.
Is there anything at all that points to David Dooley as this murderer?
No, there's no factual evidence towards David Dooley at all.
Is that not incredible?
It's scary.
It is scary, like how they can want to continue to prosecute a guy without that. And I tell you what I think it is. I think it's the classic prosecutor listens to law enforcement and law enforcement is crazy. I mean, it is downright scary. And to the contrary, it does point to another guy that worked there, which is really scary. I mean, some of these postings are scary. I mean, so we're fighting that battle. There's another case out there, same thing, that where somebody's accused of rape, which was clearly consensual sex, and they want to ruin somebody's life. I tell you, I don't get it at all. We are getting more and more. And this is what I think happens in these rural counties in Kentucky and Ohio and Indiana. These deputies and jailers and everybody else, it is amazing, amazing what goes on, and they think they can get away with it. Some of these, we're filing 3 more cases scattered all over the tri-state, 1 in Ohio, 2 in Kentucky, and what's happened to people is amazing. Oh, here's another thing. Everybody knows about my Campbell County jail case. If you go to Campbell County and you got to go to the jail, be careful. A former LPN who worked there as early as November 2012, just 2 months ago, and this litigation's been going on for years, contacted me and sat down with me for an hour and 38-minute interview on Sunday, during the holidays. Came in at 8 o'clock here, head of court reporter, and took documents and whatnot, to show. And it is amazing that if you go to the Campbell County Jail and you need some kind of medication, good luck. And it's just scary what happens. And then the other thing is how difficult everything is in life. And folks, I know you have the same problems I do. We had something happen to my stepson's car, and it cost like $800 to pay for it. And they sent us a check with the name of the place to get it fixed, and our name's on the check. Well, my wife, they had it fixed somewhere else, and to get a check reissued for that is like unbelievable. My son-in-law and my daughter are buying a house. My God, what you've got to go through to freaking get a loan approved, including, get this, prove what these deposits for, and for Folks, our country is getting more regulated, more rules, more laws, and it's crushing. It's crushing for the economy. It's crushing for our mental health. It's crushing for our stress. I mean, it is amazing. Nothing is freaking easy anymore. Now, who's going to fight that battle with me? Are you with me? Are you going to stand with the dog and say, we're not going to take this crap? Or are you just going to say, well, that's just the way it is? I say, hell no, we don't have to freaking put up with it. I'm still fighting the Kentucky Bar Association. Get this, they suspended me an extra 52 days in 2012 because they said, well, he had these other bar complaints, so we can use these for that. Well, then they want to suspend you more, like 60 days. I'm like, wait a minute, you already suspended me 52, then you want to use them again. Who doesn't understand that freaking math? I mean, it's just incredible dealing with dumb people. And there's a judge that I'm battling. Yep, another judge that I'm taking on in Kenton County. And I'm going to share that story with everybody shortly, very publicly. Within the confines of the rules of ethics, which I now know. And it's scary, folks. It is scary when I think about important legal matters that go before someone who does not, in my opinion, based upon facts I know, does not have the judicial temperament to hear these matters. It is scary. The world is a battle. You can engage, and by the way, if you don't have the mental fortitude to engage, I understand. But I need more people to engage with me. Dun, 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 dun. Like the Lone Ranger. I saw the preview to it. It looked pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen of the American jury, this is Bruce Springsteen. You better not touch. I love this song. ClassX Radio. A meeting at 9:15, then I got court at 10:30, then I got meetings at 12, 1, 1:30, 2, 3, 4. When am I going to get my naps, Sarah?
I don't know. I think I'm the one that scheduled all those, so.
All right.
I apologize.
Give us a final traffic report so you can get out of here and get back to work.
3 lanes are blocked on I-275 eastbound near Winton Road.
It's a disaster out there, folks.
3 lanes are blocked on I-275 eastbound at I-75.
Wow.
Jeez.
3L, there's a wreck. Air carried there. I mean, it's just a disaster.
Enquirer's got a story up about it just online, just saying
Really?
how bad it's been in the morning. Not on. They didn't
It was
even
with
mention
a
the 3L thing. The what?
It was with a pedestrian. He said
Oh,
people
I
were
don't-
injured.
3L's a
Oh,
pedestrian? My God. You got to be walking along. Well, Sarah, thank you, and thanks for coming in tomorrow. Don't forget your poster. And hypothetically,
Yes,
if you get
sir.
fired tomorrow, it'll be all right.
It's just a hypothetical.
It's just a hypothetical.
Throwing ideas around.
Throwing ideas around. We're thinking out loud, you know. We don't want to upset your mom or dad, Cody.
I'll be here tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. You
Yes.
did a great job today. Do we have an SNL skit for the listening pleasure of Bulldog Nation?
We do.
It better be a good one. You know, Jake sometimes picks out lousy ones.
This is on Jake if it's not good.
All right,
Ready?
better ready. Hit it.
This is horrible, Jake.
That was Will Ferrell. Once again, this is not a classic. Somebody's got to teach Jake to know the classics. He sounds like us, man. We fire
I
people so
know.
quickly.
Get
Jeez,
Will
oh, Pete.
Ferrell in here.
I got to ask you a question, Garrett. Does this get funnier?
I've never heard it.
I haven't either, so why don't we just get rid of it? What does Jake not understand?
I think it was a
about
good
ClassX?
effort. I think it was a good effort on James.
I mean, we're talking about Adam Sandler, Eddie Murphy, Farley, come on, all those funny things that Will Ferrell did. Okay, for example, I've asked for this, and he's never been able to find it. Maybe he could do a save here. Why don't you find, before our show's over, the one where Tom Hanks and Will Ferrell are white guys singing songs. It is beyond hilarious. They show how we white guys don't know the lyrics to songs, and they're singing songs together.
What
Do you
about the
think you
Bill
could find that,
Brasky?
Jake?
I'll see what I can do.
Jeez, what about who?
Jake's about to get fired. Have you ever
Jake's
seen
about ready to get fired.
Bill Brasky?
No, who's Bill
Oh,
Brasky?
man. It's Will Ferrell and two other guys. They're sitting at a bar, and they've got these giant buck teeth in, and all they do is keep toasting to this guy, Bill Brasky.
You know, it's funny, you just mentioned something. There's another great skit. What about the little short guy? He was funnier than heck.
Martin Short?
No, not Martin Short. Chris Kattan.
Oh
My God, all those funny skits of Chris Kattan.
I feel like with Chris
And how
Kattan,
about
you
that-
gotta see him.
And how about that movie with Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan where they played those two?
Night at the Roxbury.
Night at the Roxbury.
That was actually pretty funny.
That movie is so funny. That song, we ought to play that song, The Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah.
When they do that headbang, can we find that?
What's that?
It's Night at the Roxbury. What's that song? I can't think of it. They're doing their head banging thing. That's a great way to end the show.
Man, that is it's called What is Love? What is Love?
Yeah, what is love? Yeah,
Baby, don't hurt me.
Baby, don't hurt me no more. Don't hurt me. And they think they're big studs, and they go out all the time in the gold jewelry, working at their dad's flower shop, and then they break up. I mean, come on, all those skits. I don't even recognize that last skit. Oh man, that is a funny man. Chris Kattan. Oh my goodness, you gotta find some good stuff. Here we go.
Is this it? I don't know. It's
That's
just
it.
called What is Love, but this doesn't sound right.
This does not sound like it.
Nah.
No! Come
It was
on!
called What is Love?
Well, it's the wrong what is love. You ought to say to yourself, or plug in Night at the Roxbury, funny song. It would pop up, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, on YouTube. I don't have the YouTube. I'm at the mercy of Roger Kaufman and
All right.
Bill Spry.
Did I say this quote? I think I did yesterday from Victor Hugo, Les Miserables. I want to tell you, everybody in the world ought to go see Les Miserables. If you've never seen the movie or read the book or seen the play, you got to watch it. The Liam Neeson story is great. Of course, the latest one out is Hugh Jackman. It's a musical. But you got to go see it. But Victor Hugo wrote this: certain thoughts are prayers. There are moments when, whatever be the attitude of the body, the soul is on its knees. Is that not awesome?
It's pretty good.
Don't you love prose? By the way, have you finished my Lincoln book that you haven't returned yet to me?
No, because I just started reading another one.
Well, then bring back my Lincoln book.
I gotta finish that. All right, yeah, I will.
If you don't bring back my Lincoln book, I'll never have the Lincoln book. See, that's why you don't lend things out.
I know.
It's like my Uncle Jerry. By the way, you did bring back the baseball history.
I don't want to be a bad borrower.
But you did bring back my baseball
That bring
history.
things back.
Now my Uncle Jerry has it. I hope he doesn't.
So I'm reading this book called Killing Lincoln, right? You ever read
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Bill
I read it.
O'Reilly?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good book.
It's a good stuff.
Right now I'm at the part where the Union is forcing back the Confederate troops, and the troops are trying to get to the Carolinas.
Well, did you find it, Jake?
Confederates are just dead.
Did you find it?
I couldn't find anything with Will Ferrell, Tom Hanks, other than Celebrity Jeopardy.
Unbelievable.
Those are good. We could
Well, those are
we
good.
could do
I
celebrity.
know we have
Jeopardy.
one in there.
Oh, Jake, we need What is Love? The Night at the Roxbury song?
Yeah. Okay.
And that way we can do sports reports too, bobbing our head back and forth.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think we did a good show there.
I'm sorry I let you down.
Yeah, again.
If the show sucked, it was probably my
Bother
fault.
coming back.
No, the show was good. This last segment sucked because
Yeah.
you two sucked.
Yeah, we were off.
Sarah Jones was good doing traffic. I was doing good laying the groundwork for you guys to do something good, and you sucked. You let me down. You know T.C. Summers is looking for a job. I just want to warn you guys.
We do need.
What?
I was just gonna say we do need some minorities.
Hey, stop.
I'm just kidding, TC.
Well, you want to take applications for an Hispanic, an Asian, a black,
Yeah,
a gay. How about this? A flaming gay guy to do traffic.
Probably be good.
How about
at
a flaming lesbian to do traffic?
Depends on what kind of lesbian I'm talking about.
Yeah, what kind of lesbian?
Not a Kate Upton looking lesbian.
She swing both ways.
Like very
or?
butchy looking.
Yeah,
No.
short hair.
Now, how about this? Let me see.
Oh, the traffic. We need applications.
Yeah, we need applications. If we fire Sarah Jones tomorrow, which is probably going to happen. And if you want to do traffic, email me at eric@ericdeters.com. eric@ericdeters.com. And let us know why you should be our traffic reporter. And you might get a chance to do it for a day or a week until we fire you.
Forward naked
But
pitch
you
to
can
Garrett.
But you can, or your resume. Also, remember, you can pick up Northern Kentucky Live magazine at every Northern Kentucky Kroger and CVS tomorrow. And you can also check it out on Facebook. Every dog has their day, Garrett. I hope today is yours.
Thank you.
I'm already worn out because I got so much to do today. But I'll do it. I will fight through it. I love you, Bulldog Nation. This is George Harrison, What is Life? I dedicate it to all of you on ClassX Radio.